River cities are a little bit different. Wilder, maybe?
Wilder and cosmopolitan too, in a way, because all kinds of people live in Vicksburg. The population here in Warren County is approximately 50,000, and we only have one municipality here, and that's the city of Vicksburg, and it is approximately 25,000. I'm Sarah Carlson-Dion. I'm chairman of the Warren County Election Commission and District 4 Commissioner.
My name is Jan Highland-Dagg. I'm Warren County Circuit Clerk. I was elected in a special election in 2014. I've been here 6 years. We work very well together.
Sarah was excited about.
It's a relationship that needs to be really strong with elections.
I have been very frustrated with the whole process of preparing the equipment for the election. If you do something wrong, then you don't necessarily know what you've done wrong, and then you have to try and reach customer support, and you wait for an answer, for a call back. All the layers that it takes just to program the machines, all the different parts, is a very complicated process. It's been very frustrating to me not being clear as to what I'm supposed to be doing.
The entire 6 years that I've been here, it's been grueling when you deal with all of that. The election process just doesn't have to be as difficult as it's been and confusing. Voters in your community, they want a simple process. They don't want to wonder, did my vote count?
And the candidates also appreciate a clear, clean election where it's easy enough to count those votes again if necessary.
Getting ready for the presidential election. We didn't know what to expect, but we knew it was going to be huge.
In the midst of COVID.
In the midst of COVID. The world around us stopped. It was scary. It's not like one election, it's the presidential election. And of course everybody, in the county is looking at you.
I'm so glad that VotingWorks found us and introduced us to their company and their products.
I branched out and jumped straight in, and to do that before a presidential election is the scariest thing I think I've ever done because of the enormous election that we had. And we just jumped in, and we never had 1 minute's problem.
I remember when the equipment was delivered and we first set it up. It's like, this is it. This is all we need.
So simple.
It's so simple. You open it up and everything we need is right there. The screen tells us exactly what to do. It was just incredibly simple compared to what I've had to do in the past.
No confusion, and it was wonderful. Wonderful.
The fact that it was a nonprofit as opposed to a for-profit, so that their focus wasn't on making money, their focus was on producing and distributing the best equipment they could at the best price. I thought that was important as well.
The support that y'all have beats anything I've ever seen. VotingWorks is responsive to those of us in the county that are doing everything. They want to know, how can we make it better? And Sarah, she's the girl that figures out a way to do something better.
I make these lists, these detailed lists, and so spreadsheets and documents.
And they respond to that. And that means so much when you're working so hard and you're trying to make that election process smooth. They respond to her spreadsheets and appreciate it. And what else can you give me, Sarah? Usually when there's a problem with an election, if you have that problem at 8 o'clock in the morning, we need a solution right then. When Sarah and I had a problem in my office, we had a response from VotingWorks within 5 minutes.
I would call and I would reach a person. I never had to leave a voicemail and would get an immediate answer. It helped us do everything we needed to do, as well as teaching at the same time. Sometimes people do things for you and then you're not learning the process.
Yeah.
Okay, but I would remove it here.
You would remove it here.
And then 6 months later, when I'm ready to put in...
We have been very pleased with the equipment, with the simplicity, with the service that we have received from VotingWorks. It's made the whole process smoother and easier.
I have to pat myself on the back and Sarah on the back going, so glad we did this. In Mississippi, we think, what in the world could they possibly know about Mississippi elections? To jump off into that was scary. Record number of voters came out. I mean, we could have been plastered on the page of the Post.
Now,
VotingWorks never had an issue. We never had to correct anything. We just jumped in and we never had 1 minute's problem.
And it's voter verifiable.
It was wonderful. Your company's named appropriately, VotingWorks.